For those watching, we're going to get started in just a little bit. Just hang in there. We're getting out the emails sent out right now. So people should be receiving their uh, access to this YouTube soon. So please stay tuned. We will share our student job shadow launch next week and teacher externship launch this week or next week. And we have a very active um, set of next steps for everybody. So please stay tuned. All right, for those who are watching, we're going to get started in just a little bit. We've sent out an email to everybody, so people are still hopping on. We will share very soon what we got going on. We got launches for our student job shadows and teacher externships next week, so we got some things to say there. And we'd like to address the remaining set of employers in our program. So do watch out soon. We will start in just a little bit. For those who are watching, we are going to get started in just a second. Okay, let's get rolling here. So I do want to apologize in advance. My internet went down, and so I'm currently running a YouTube live PilotCity TV on a mobile hotspot connection. So I apologize if internet gets shaky and the sharing of screens gets a little blurry. But hopefully I can talk slow enough and I can talk clear enough to have everyone understand what I'm talking about. And at least you can hear the audio if my screen share isn't as good as what I'd like it to be. All right. So, right off the bat, I do want to share with everybody that our student job shadows and teacher externships, which is a taste testing event series, are going to be starting next Monday at 2:30 p.m. with Uber on February 1st. And every day, typically at 2:30 p.m., we're going to have a different employer having a 1 hour podcast interview discussion with Pilot City. And we're going to talk about their company. We're going to talk about their roles. We're going to talk about the career path of those roles. We're going to talk about their problems that they tackle as an organization. We're going to talk about their project in our program as a type of problem that they want solved by students. And it's a great, these events every day in the month of February at around 2:30 to 3:30 and some 11:30 to 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. They're going to be opportunities for your students, for you as an educator, for employers who are interested in joining our program still, to look at what other employers are doing, to see what employers are up to, and to know what their project is, what their company's about, so they can taste test these employers so that they can join our program. So that is the synopsis of what we're going to talk about today. And then we're going to share the different projects of different employers that we didn't announce yet as well. So let's get into it. All right. So you should see my screen. And we actually have not been sharing this. Well, actually, it's the same document that we've been sharing. So you can find this at https www.bit.ly/Pilot City Employers 2021. You can share this widely. You can click on that, take you to this document here where you can see a list of our active employers in our program and their respective projects and their respective teacher externship and job shadows that you can register for right here. And then the respective industry and respective skills and when that program launches and their website. So this is a more revamped page that we've been sharing, and it includes both the teacher externships and job shadows as well as the employers in general and their projects. So we've all merged it all in. It's just this one document now that you can use to explore different varieties of programs in our program. So again, bit.ly/Pilot City Employers 2021 will get you access to this page on your own regard. And you can share this with your students, with your teachers, and to pique their interest to join the program and whatnot. And I do want to also mention that in the email that you just received to get access to this, feel free to join our Zoom in the back end right now and ask me questions, or go on the YouTube on the live chat and type in your questions. I want to answer your questions towards the end of this session here. So we're going to get started first with sharing some of our employers that we haven't shared yet as a start. Okay. So let's talk about strategy of things. So I'm going to sort this by name and go down to strategy of things because we have not shared them yet. So Benson Chan's been phenomenal and helpful. He's such a wise guy, and he took on, I think, 5 interns last year, all paid, and it was a phenomenal program with strategy of things. Strategy Things project is to prototype, code, or market a smart city dashboard for your city or county government to assess, evaluate, and certify local organizations and businesses for immediate reopening in the pandemic. So they have a tool that they've assembled with their partners to essentially come together and actually give this reopen or not. So Strategy of Things does a variety of things, but what they predominantly do essentially is create innovation ecosystems around Internet of Things and consult to support city governments, county governments, governments in general, with a variety of different items. So you will learn a lot from this organization. You will understand a lot of best practice from this organization. You'll learn a lot of cutting edge things, and they want to find people to join their team as they build and as they grow. So Strategy of Things is an organization that is available in our program this year. All right, so next one, let's do Kaiser Permanente. So Kaiser Permanente, let me sort this one more time here. Don't know why surplus services first, but that's fine. Let's resort. Let's do this right. Huh. Okay, that's fine. So let's go find Kaiser Permanente here. So Kaiser Permanente's project is to produce and post pandemic-themed, culturally tailored viral videos and memes on Instagram, TikTok, or social network of choice to persuade your family, friends, and community to get the COVID vaccine. This is highly relevant. I mean, everyone's right now, looking at the vaccine. A lot of people are still unsure. A lot of people are probably more on board with actually doing it. And this is a time sensitive item. So we figured that we get going on this and have students create videos to engage their own cultural groups, their own community, their own friends, their own family, and people that typically don't get this engaged with opportunities like this, or to have the education in their own language, perhaps in their own cultural kind of understanding of this vaccine. How can our students become content creators for their own cultural groups they represent, to share better avenues and better education of what the COVID vaccine is based on data that Kaiser will provide to you? And how can you get that word out there right now? What's interesting is that this is their project for the actual school year. But since everyone's going to hopefully get the COVID vaccine by the summer before the internship begins, the internship project itself will be different from this project. It's actually going to be working on different themes of monthly items that the Kaiser Permanente Health Education Department wants to address every month, and how healthcare can be supportive in those monthly themes. So as you all know, Kaiser was in our program last year, but they were finding the pandemic midway in our program. So they couldn't participate all the way through in our program. So we're very excited about coming back together with Kaiser in this format to develop content of value to them that your students can create. So you all know Kaiser at this point, so no need to go into their website. And for those who have business and marketing classrooms, for those who have a variety of different classrooms related to social media, kind of management or marketing, business and marketing would probably be the best. Video production classes, graphic design classes, these all would work to be part of our program. And if you are just a student looking to join the program, this is a good one as well, outside of a class in general. Let's talk about Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. So right below, a little unstable right now, so I'm going to wait 5 seconds. All right. So Lawrence Berkeley National Lab has a project that's to prototype, code, and automate business workflows by developing integrations with Smartsheets or Zapier to improve the process of biotech partners onboarding onto LBNL. So we got James Gardner here, a long-time friend through our program, and he now works for LBNL, and he essentially helps biotech startups and biotech organizations creating biotech solutions onboard onto LBNL's resources that they have at the lab, that can help advance technology and advance inventions that are being created. So by onboarding these biotech organizations into LBNL's resource kind of hub on the site, they need to go through a bunch of business and legal documents. And those business and legal documents sometimes are a bit cumbersome to follow up with, to process, to create value out of. So what this is essentially is to automate that business workflow for LBNL, so that they can have more partners and more optimized processes to spend their time accordingly, so that they can actually do a better job just getting people into the lab quicker. So if this is a coding project, And this is a integration with the organization's documentation sets for all the coders out there, for those interested in coding, or those who are not even interested in coding, because you use Zapier. Zapier actually helps automate coding for you to integrate and automate business workflows. So you can code or just prototype with Zapier, and create this, optimize their workflow of getting biotech partners on board. So not much else to say there. Exciting project around coding, around business, and working for an organization that has a lot of weight to it. So huge resume booster if you can get an internship with this one. Next one is Impossible Cuts. I'm very excited about this one. So let's talk about this. Impossible Cuts. Impossible Cuts, designed to manufacture and perhaps take pre-orders for laser cut products useful for the daily lives of pandemic-stricken individuals or families playing, working, and living at home. So Impossible Cuts, I'll go to the website. Impossible Cuts, laser cuts using a laser cutter technology to create a variety of different products, from earrings and jewelry to, I guess, more earrings and jewelry, to more of those, to some interesting censored bottle openers, to pins, to just a lot of really cool stuff that you may be interested in designing and building and creating, right? So this is a great company to work for if you're interested in making things. If you're interested in um, making things with digital manufacturing, making things with advanced manufacturing, making things with a laser cutter, and they have a laser cutter, they probably have multiple. So you would just have to design what you want them to make, and then you may be able to make it with them during the summer if you can sign a waiver with your family to go on site to make it with them. But they also want you to do some marketing and social media, and take photography of your products and of their products, so that you can help them on all fronts. So yes, they're asking you to essentially design and make your own products that are laser cut, but they're also asking you to essentially help them market and produce content for their varieties of items. So for those interested in creation and making apparel oriented items, or maybe play based items like board games during the pandemic and whatnot through laser cutting, this would be a really fun one for you to do, and also can really kind of get you into the groove of using your hands again, right? In building projects. So thank you, Philip Eggleston, to being part of our program. Let's go into Artemis Foods. Excited about this one too. So many of you all have been requesting, if you're a school, requesting biotech companies. So we got a biotech company finally for you. And Keisha Gore has been phenomenal, and their whole squad who had a meeting with. And they identified this one project that they want students to do: help a biotech startup interview, evaluate, and understand attitudes towards cell-based meats by determining age, demographics, and reasons consumers would choose it over animal-based meats. So essentially what they're doing is they're creating a alternative meat where they actually grow it and culture it, and it becomes meat that you don't have to kill to eat. And they're in R&D, and they have a lot of exciting things going on the back end that they can't tell you about because they're kind of stealth, but they're growing soon, and they want you to be part of it, and they want you to help research the opportunities in opportunity markets, and to do research with your families, your friends, with your social media followers. They want you to interview and evaluate the age, demographics, and the reasons why people would want to choose cell-based meats over animal-based meats. So if you're interested in environmentalism, you're interested in biotech, you're interested in biotech and environmentalism, you're interested in animals, you're interested in biotech in general. I mean, variety of reasons why you would want to do this one. Not just because it's really, really cool, but also because it's actually the feature of what we're going to be probably be eating in the future. I'd do it. I mean, you can interview me first. Email me. Happy to be part of your evaluation. So exciting organization to be working with, and super excited to have Artemis Foods be part of our story here in our program. Sorry, I don't know why it's kind of getting stuck at one spot. So that is Artemis Foods right here. And the next one is George Mark Children's House. So George Mark Children's House is an organization over in San Leandro, San Lorenzo, and they want students to design, prototype, and bring to life legacy-making projects for George Mark Children's House Pediatric Palliative Care Center, utilizing makerspace tools such as 3D printing, laser cutting, and 3D scanning to alleviate, heal, and establish a legacy for patients with life-limiting conditions. So this essentially is an organization and a facility where there are children who have life-limiting conditions and may pass away, and they are building their legacy as they anticipate this traumatic possibility. And so they're building a makerspace into the facility, and they want to have students create things for themselves and their family to create their legacy. And they want students to design and even prototype, perhaps eventually, urns and customized memory boxes and customized kind of hand and foot molds, and using 3D technology and digital manufacturing to create it. So if you're interested in serving people, interested in working with children, interested in healthcare, interested in making things and a variety of things I just mentioned, this is a project for you. And this is a phenomenal team. I've actually had an opportunity to work with George Mark Children's House on a couple occasions many years ago, and I continue to be impressed by their innovation, and to continue to be impressed by their willingness to experiment with different ideas to make the best experiences possible for their patients. And so if you're looking to support these children, support this initiative, support and gain experience in healthcare and sensitive topics and situations with these children, and also interested in making things, this is a project for you. So please do check out George Mark's Children's House for this opportunity. And I'm going to click on their website here so you can take a little browse. Looks like their founders got a TED Talk. So if you want to take a look at that, feel free to as well. Phenomenal. Alameda County Information Technology Department. Okay, so I'm excited about, obviously I'm excited about all these because I recruited most of them, and a lot of them I'm just like, you got to be part of the program. Like, this is like, love what you're doing, and love to get our students involved in doing what you're doing, right? So help Alameda County employees go remote by creating DIY guides that digitize their tasks, services, and processes using apps, platforms, and digital tools to create a virtual first approach to work. Now, I think there was a little lag there, so I'm saying it again. Help Alameda County employees go remote by creating DIY guides to digitize their tasks, services, and processes using apps, platforms, and digital tools to create a virtual first approach to work. So essentially what this is asking is, help Alameda County employees go remote, help digitize their processes, help them digitize how they would conduct weddings, help them conduct how they would do finance-based workflows, help them identify how they would manage IT infrastructure remotely, help them manage their legal processes more correctly through digital formats, help them digitize themselves. and their employees' tasks and jobs, so they can have a virtual first approach to work. Now, I learned this after talking to Sybil and Dave on their team. There is an initiative called a Vision 2026 with Alameda County to essentially have a variety of things happen, but one of those is a virtual first approach. And given the pandemic and given the circumstances, a lot of people, are still are essential workers and they need to be on site somewhere. But how can we start digitizing that, transforming that so that people have an opportunity to actually work from home rather than having to go somewhere else? So this is very innovative to be thinking this way. And we want to invite all Alameda County students to participate in actually doing this project. So very excited about it. It's a very doable project, and there's a lot of different options in which you can digitize. So very excited about moving forward into this. So Alameda County students, do take a look at this one and check out their what kind of employees they got and what kind of projects they got, what kind of departments they got. Just go to Alameda County and just look at all the departments and divisions and say, hey, which one can be digitized? Which one do you care about? Right? Get started. So that's Alameda County Information Technology Department. And last one, we actually I did already, which is Mayor Pauline Cutter. So maybe we'll do a little shout out to Mayor Pauline Cutter once more. Their project is defining more. This is actually a old version, but essentially what we're going to be doing with Mayor Pauline Cutter is to create a better communication system between the mayor and her constituents, to have better face-to-face interaction systems, so that um, um, entities and constituents can interact with the mayor more personally and have conversations. I mean, the only way you can communicate with the mayor is really through email if you don't know her, and hopefully she replies in the midst of hundreds and thousands of emails that she's receiving, or it's a council meeting and you only have 2 minutes to speak in a public forum, and then with very limited conversation, right? So how can there be a tool like Video Ask, one of our other employer partners for the Mayor Cutters project, is to use this tool to essentially create a face-to-face interaction system between the mayor, and a quick demonstration of it. Again, apologize for the lag. It's we're running on my mobile phone right now. Okay, I guess I'm running out of energy entirely with this internet, so I can't demo it. But essentially, what it is, it's a face-to-face DM system, direct messaging system, and the Mayor Cutter can record a question, and then you can reply back with an answer or question, and then she can reply back to you, and it's an asynchronous interaction between two people and organizations. So very excited about this project as well, because it's really necessary to have elected officials communicate effectively with their constituents in an effective format for both parties that allow them to actually communicate and have better flow of dialogue. So this format is what we're going to be using. So that is all the employers that we've announced over the last 3 sessions of these weekly PilotCity TVs. So now you have essentially gotten an update on all these employers in our program. So what I'm going to talk about now are our student job shadows and teacher externships popping up next week. Now, we used to promote it as teacher externships, but we're partnering up with BACCCC and the K-12 pathway coordinators, specifically Chris Morris over there and Rana Zollinger, who are essentially working with us to promote these externships, but now student job shadows. And externships are essentially kind of like job shadows. They're essentially short experiences between education industries and the industries in general, private industries. And so we're expanding the definition of what we are offering around our teacher externships and student job shadows. So on the same link, again, for those who are just joining now, you can go to https or www.bit.ly/ PilotCity Employers 2021 to see this sheet. You click on that and you get here. And here is where you can get more information on what we're actually doing, building products for employers to win internships. Sign up now for our Friday, February 26th launch of our flagship. qualify to win internships after you build projects. And then if you're looking for industry experience, register below to interact with our live 1-hour podcast interview of employers for student job shadowing and teacher externships that lead into our flagship program to build projects to win internships. So what this column right here is for every employer that you see here, and I'm going to sort it by the date in which it's approaching. Uber is coming up next Monday at 2:30 p.m. You can register here to attend that 1-hour podcast interview and watch live and interact live and ask questions live. Okay. Now, if you can't make it, we'll have a YouTube recording, but we encourage you to come in live and ask questions. So you can fill out this form, and when you're done, you get a calendar invite, and then you show up and you enjoy the show and even interact with the show. And so the next one after that is next Tuesday, 2:30 at 2:30 p.m. And you can register here and click on that link and you be brought here. So same thing for every single item here, and they're all in order, and every day we'll have one. So next Wednesday's with literati. Thursday after that, or the next Thursday is San Leandro Engineering and Transportation Department. The Friday after that, or sustainability and so forth. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 chips and student job shadows. And these ones down here are still coming in. So Picterra is still coming in with their externship and student job shadow. Congressman Barbara Lee, Fab City Bay Area, Kinetic, San Mateo County, Seed, Dr. Curry Lee, City of East Palo Alto, Cognition, Strategy Things, Kaiser, Lawrence Berkeley Labs, Alameda County, and Mayor Pauline Cutter are all incoming still. So do check in on the sheet to see when those are popping up in the month of February. So again, throughout the entire month of February, starting next Monday, we're going to have a teacher externship and student job shadow live with each of these employers. So every day there will be something going on, and you can share this widely with your students, share this widely with your peers and colleagues. It's completely free and open for job shadow and externship opportunity for the education side. Now, with that, and again, the link is bit.ly/PilotCity Employers 2021. So with that, I'm going to end the show here in just a little bit. I do want to let everyone know that we are currently engaging with our schools to contract to deliver our program. So if you're interested in bringing our program to your school and school district or students, we are very interested in talking to you. So please do email me at derecklee@pilotcity.com, DERICKLEE@pilotcity.com. And then we can set up a meeting to talk for 15, 30 minutes and talk about your the checklist that you have on your side that we can help serve. We're a work-based learning program. We're a career pathway program. We're a college career indicator program under the California dashboard. We're an early workforce program. We're an internship program. We're a project-based learning program. We're a variety of different things. We're essentially the work-based learning continuum in a box. So students are exploring employers, getting exposed to the opportunities there, building projects for them for deep work-based learning through project-based learning. And they're developing solutions based on real problems. And they're getting interviews, they're getting offers, they're rejecting or accepting it, and they're going to full-blown internship program over the summer. So we're very excited about this year. We have a capacity of over 5,000 students to be in our program this year. So we have a lot of room to have your students participate in our program. So do let us know, email me, and let's have a chat. I don't see any particular questions pop up, and I've been noticing there aren't many questions popping up when I have these, and a little sad about that. I like to interact with people and prefer not to talk to myself. But maybe we'll invite people to join this session as we go along. We will continue to have PilotCity TV along the way in our program, especially going into next month as well. So do continue to stay in tune with this program. Again, 5 5 teacher externships and 5 student job shadow opportunities next week. We have Monday with Uber, Tuesday with who am I missing? Sorry, with Purely Drinks and Judy Tan over there. We have Wednesday with Literati, Thursday with City of San Leandro Engineering and Transportation Department, and Friday with City of San Leandro Sustainability Division with Hoife Mock, my buddy from high school. And so looking forward to having you all attend, and excited that we can share these updates with you. And we look forward to engaging with you as we go here. So thank you so much for listening and staying tuned. Feel free to share this video widely and get us out there in your school.